up for your very first act of the evening, Stephen Grafton!
Thank you. Now, it was interesting coming down to Colchester this evening. I parked outside, walked into town, and on the way somebody threw a prawn cocktail at me. And that was just for starters. I came back and there was a note on the windshield of the car that said, parking fine. So that was nice. I'm wearing my new invention tonight, some clockwork underpants. Unfortunately, they're driving me nuts. Anyway, I'm not a small lad, you can see. Last year I lost a couple of stone, which is great. Unfortunately, they found me again. But I did buy a rocket salad last week. But it went off before I could eat it. I'm on a whiskey diet at the moment. I've lost 3 days already. Thank you. I went to the doctor's and I said, Doctor, when I get up in the morning, I look in the mirror, I feel like throwing up. What's wrong with me? And he said, well, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with your eyesight. I said, Doctor, I hurt here, here, here and here. He said, yeah, you've hurt your finger. Anyway, I was brought up in Norfolk, or as you probably know it, yeah, or northern Suffolk, if you like. It was a great place to be brought up as a child. You had the campanologists ringing their bells, you've got the grannies in their knitting circles, you've got the mum kicking me out of the door in the morning and saying, don't come back till 9. So we used to go gleaning in the fields, you know, collecting the produce after the farmers had been collecting their goods, so peas, potatoes, tractor tyres. We used to roll down the hills in those tractor tyres. They were good years. Thank you. We used to cycle everywhere. Our dog used to chase everything on a bike, and we had to take it off it. Back in those days as well, you knew what you were eating. Now, even when I want to buy a chicken, I go to the local butcher's. I was there last week, and I said, excuse me, can you just tell me exactly, because I'm wondering, how do you prepare your chickens? And he said, well, it's nothing special, sir. We just tell them straight out they're going to die. When I was driving there, I was overtaken by a chicken with 3 legs. And I asked the butcher about it. He said there was a local farmer who bred chickens with 3 legs, because everybody loves drumsticks. So I asked him what they tasted like. And he said, I don't know, we haven't caught one yet. But as a matter of interest, I was watching the London Marathon on the TV, and there was a bloke dressed as a chicken, there was another bloke dressed as an egg. And I thought, this could be interesting. Anyway, so when you're brought up in ripples, thank you. See, it's the psychologists get that. Fantastic. So being brought up in a rural country, obviously, if you were living, say, somewhere called Midsummer, and there was a programme on the telly called Midsummer Murders, you'd feel a bit cautious. So, for example, Sergeant. This man appears to be stabbed many times with a knitting needle. This is the 4th victim in the past 48 hours that's been stabbed by the knitting needle nutter. I think the killer's following some sort of pattern. Sergeant! The victim appears to have been battered to death by a band of rogue campanologists. Do we know who he is? No, sir, but his face rings a bell. Sergeant! The victim appears to have been killed when his whiskey has been replaced by furniture polish. Terrible death, sir. Yes, but beautiful finish. So I think one of the reasons we love those sorts of TV programmes is it takes us back to a sort of quieter, more calm place. Kids these days, it's all demand, isn't it? All on demand. So microwave meals, iTunes, BBC iPlayer, Mum Dad taxi service. You know, the only difference between our kids and terrorists really is you can negotiate with terrorists. We've got somebody from Suffolk back there. One of the problems with the internet these days is all the sort of disgraceful and disgusting images you can see on the internet. And it does worry me. You know, I'm not talking about Justin Bieber, but the sort of, you know, the sexy movie stuff, because they really teach our kids the sort of wrong expectations of life, like how long it takes a plumber to turn up. My daughter asked me for a spider for her birthday. And I thought, okay, I went down to the pet shop, 70 quid. And I thought, blow this, I'll get one cheaper on the web. And my son, this one here, he's just started to learn to drive. He came back the other day really pleased with himself. He got 8 out of 10. Apparently the other 2 guys jumped clear. So, you know, talking about people who think they're infallible, I have got one final joke about the ex-Pope. Apparently in his time of relaxation, he's decided to enter the Vatican in the Eurovision Song Contest with the song I Can't Get No Contraception. But he's been advised to pull it out at the last minute.
Stephen Grafton! Yes, he was very good, was he? He had some good lines, I'm having them. Lovely. Now we've got a lot in common, because I was born in Norfolk, or Northern Suffolk, I believe it's called. Spent a lot of my childhood rolling down the hill in tractor tyres. Yeah, they were good years. Yeah, I would see myself doing that. No, I've probably not a laugh second time, it's here.